So I kind of have that feeling of the morning after the night before, after winning the Champions League in yesterday's episode. Today we have two league games, but I think more importantly, we need to talk about the future. Welcome back to the video, and let's have a look at what we've done since you were last with us. And obviously in yesterday's episode, we had the two games against Al Ittihad where we lifted the Champions League. Since then, we also played Sapporo in the middle. Since then, we've been on a winning run of 5 games. We had Chiba, who at the time, they were bottom of the table, Chiba. Yeah, they're still our bottom. We've had a pretty nice run, to be fair. We beat them 3-0. Yamamura with the first goal. Jamie Andre getting the second and Masa Watai getting the third. As you can see by the team selection, if we go into the game quickly, you'll be able to see from the team selection that we had a largely rotated team. Nozawa starting for us, Jacob Ha starting. Other than that, it was maybe you could say Kazuki could be a first teamer, but other than that, it was a fully rotated side. Looking at statistics, we deserved to win it. We dominated the game. They are just not a particularly good team. Then against Yokohama FC in the J League, I was a bit worried why. Oh yeah, so in this game, this was really weird. In this game, I got very distracted and I forgot to make any substitutions. We won the game 2-1. It was a very even game. I mean, you could probably argue that a draw would have been the better result. Krastev gave us the lead. Then they equalised on the 39th minute before Krastev then put us back in front a minute later with a Morimoto assist. And I want to have a chat about him in a moment as well. But yeah, I was sitting here thinking about winning the Champions League and thinking about our plans for the future of this save and whatever else. And basically before I realised it was like the 80th minute of the game and I hadn't made any substitutions. At that point, I just wasn't not really any point making any substitutions. We'll just see it through to the end. So yeah, we started with a pretty much full strength 11 and we got the result. Not many players were particularly impressive. Hasoya, Prisbrick, Aguchi, them three were very poor. Luckily, Krastev was good. And, you know, defensively, we'd done the job. Nozawa, 6.5, not particularly great. Then in the next game, we played Yamagata in the League Cup round of 16, first leg, and we won this one 3-0. They're a J2 league team, I think they are. And yeah, 3-0, Yamamura, Kazuki and Perez getting on the score sheet. Kazuki, Andre and Murayama with the assists. It was a good performance. It was a largely rotated side again. You could, Jacob Ha again would be a first teamer. We had Sasaki, a backup goalkeeper, on 7.4. Lazuka played in the game, and again, maybe you could argue Kazuki, but really good performance against a poor team. Then we played Kashima, who, where are they in the table? I think they're mid-table. They're 10th in the league. We beat them 5-0, and Adrian Prisbrick was absolutely on fire for this game, scoring 3 goals in 4 minutes. We actually scored 4 goals in 8 minutes in total, with Hasoya getting a goal in the 28th minute, and then Hasoya getting the 5th goal on 40 minutes. It was basically 5 goals in 20 minutes. We were just amazing. We really were. Krastev, Yukikita with a couple, and Hasoya with an assist. Hasoya having a top game with 2 goals and an assist. Like I say, Prisbrick with his 3 assists as well. And yeah, that was a really nice win. Then we played against Kobe, who are one of the title challengers. They were 4th, I think, at the time. They're now 5th in the league. By the way, just want to have a look. So we're doing this. So I want to have a look at their kit because their kit looked quite nice. But yeah, Morimoto getting injured in the 6th minute was not good news. But Krastev, Hasoya and Nakano with the goals for us. Hasoya, Prisbrick and Seko also getting assists. It was a 3-0 win. It was a deserved 3-0 win, in my opinion. I think we thoroughly deserved that. But yeah, just have a look at that. Is a really nice kit. I do like it. I'm not really that keen on a white kit, mainly because it reminds me too much of Tottenham. But that is actually not a bad white kit. But I love the look of that kit. That is really nice. But anyway, moving on. It's not a kit review video. So that's how we've been. We've got the second leg against Yamagata to come. I was going to show you these 2 games here, the League Cup round of 16 second leg and the All Japan Cup second round. But the fact that we're 3-0 up with the home game to come against Yamagata, we're going to win that. I'm quite confident of that. And Miyazaki Jigyo are a non-league Japanese team. So I just thought it'd be a bit boring if we're playing against two teams that we're obviously going to comfortably beat. So we've come back for Urawa Reds and Shimizu, mainly because Urawa Reds, we obviously have that terrible record against them. It has been better recently. We're unbeaten in the last three, and we have won the last two, 5-0 and 3-0. Eight goals to us, 0 to the Reds. So that's kind of improving our record a little bit. But before that 5-0 win there, we'd gone a long time without winning. We'd only had one win in like 11 games or 12 games, whatever it was. So yeah, we do have that poor record against the Reds. And Shimizu are third in the table. Looking at the table, there are Shimizu in third. They're 10 points behind us. We are 9 points ahead of Sapporo, 10 ahead of Shimizu and Kyoto, with Kobe on 36 points. We also have 2 games in hand over all the other teams in the Champions League qualifying spots. So it's looking like we are going to win the league this season. I'm not going to get too carried away just yet. Hosoya is third for top goal scorers. Hiroto Yamami, that sounds a bit wrong, he's the top goal scorer. He's 29 years old. We probably wouldn't make an offer for him. But I am kind of looking through these players. I mean, this guy here is 33 years old. We're not going to make an offer for him either, even though he does look a very good player. Then looking at the assists, Morimoto, by the way, is second for assists on 7. Then we've got this guy here who can play on the... He actually looks a fairly decent player. So we're giving him a scout. 20-year-old South Korean. He could certainly be a player that we might look at bringing in the summer. Lee Sang-min is another South Korean, 24 years old, can play on both wings. We might as well give him a scout as well. It doesn't hurt, does it? And Nozawa, by the way, for all his all the negativity I get about Nozawa and for how harsh I can be on him sometimes, he is second in the league for clean sheets, by the way. And he was also top of the charts when it comes to the Champions League for clean sheets. If we have a look at this, there you go, clean sheets, 9 clean sheets. His nearest competitor had 5. So he did do very well in there. Morimoto was top of the charts for assists in the Champions League with 8. Kazuki had 7. Krastev was the top scorer with 13. Shota Iguchi was third with 11. We have some really decent stats for the Champions League. I have said there's our name there as part of the past winners, ending Al Ali, their 3-year winning run, and actually ending a 5-year run of Saudi Arabian teams winning it. I don't think that actually puts our league above the Saudi Pro League. No, it doesn't. We're still second. But you never know. We might end up moving up to first. But anyway, let's get on with today's episode. Let's get on with the first game today, which is against the Urawa Reds. And we're also going to have a talk about the future of this save. Okay, here we are at the Matchday Centre. Let's get into the game. And the team we're going out with today is Nozawa in goal, Matsunaga left back, Nakano right back, Nakamura and Ha in the middle of defence, Kita and Lazuka in the centre of midfield, with Prisbaric and Iguchi out wide, Krastev in behind Hosoya. We do have Seko is suspended for this game. I believe he's going to be back for the next one. Yeah, it's just a 1-match suspension. And Kai Morimoto is injured. He's got a pulled calf muscle. He's going to be out for a few weeks, so he will not feature in this episode. But Nakano has done pretty decently recently. We look at his stats for the season. I mean, he's only got, 10 starts, 15 sub appearances. He's got 2 goals, 1 assist at 6.95 overall. And in the J League, he is on a 7.01. 21 years old. He does have a bit of potential about him. He's been here for a while. I bought him in for £625,000. And he's never really been given a proper go. This season is the most amount of league games he's actually played. But again, over half of them are from the subs bench. So let's see what he can do. He's going to have a few weeks to show me what he can do. So we'll get into the game. And I need to... Oh, and this guy as well is a defender. Can play centre defence or left back. He's a youth player. Daiki Nishitani, 16 years old. He's got a lot of potential. So I just want to put him on our subs bench and just see what he's got about him, really, so we can give more youth an opportunity at the club. So basically, after yesterday's epic Champions League final win, I'm not going to stop mentioning that, by the way. But after that, I had a decision to make. My initial reaction was that I was going to resign today. This was going to be a job hunt episode and see where we end up. Then I kind of calmed myself down a little bit and had a bit of a think about it. And I thought, you know what? I don't mind seeing the season out, but I am going to be looking for jobs pretty much from the outset. You know, and if something comes up before the end of the season, then we'll leave before the end of the season. Filip Krastev scoring with Nakano, getting the assist, 1-0 against the Urawa Reds. Good start for us. So yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're going to just have a look at what's available, and we're going to do that in part 2 of this video. We'll have a look at what jobs are around. And I'm kind of looking at it thinking my most likely option is going to be probably Argentina or Europe, or South America and Europe. I had a look at some African jobs because there was jobs in the job centre available for Africa, and the better clubs there are like 2-star reputations, whereas we're 4-star continental reputation. And I don't really want to take a big step down. I don't mind taking a step sideways, but I don't really want to take a big step down. So South America, I think, would be pretty much a sideways move with maybe a little bit down, but mainly sideways. I need to keep an eye on the subs because this is what I've done in that game against Yokohama, where I was too busy talking to myself and completely forgot about making substitutions. So Krastev can come off for, I think we're bringing him off for, who are we going to bring him off for? Murayama maybe? No, bring Kobayashi on, I think. And Murayama can come on for Prisbarek. And I think that's all we'll do for the time being. So yeah, if we end up leaving before the end of the season, fine, then we will. But I'm also quite happy to stick around till the end of the season, see if we can win the league, maybe 1 or 2 cup competitions, and move at the end of the season. Oh, Nakano's going to be sent off. Well, that's a stupid thing to do. You're going to get a run in the team, and now you've gone and got yourself sent off. Right, we bring on... Actually, rather than bringing on Barak, we bring on Nashatini. Oh, hang on, we need to... So I'm going to end up bringing... Right, we take a Gucci off, put... Oh, God, what are we going to do? Put Kobayashi out there. You don't really play out there. Right, I need to get the actual tactics screen up here. Right, Nishitani, we move him down here for the time being and then swap him with that dude. And I think that's what we're going to end up playing. Confirm changes, off we go. Yeah, so it might be that we don't actually leave Tokyo till the end of the season. But either way, I just feel we don't need to rush into just going for the next club that wants this sort of thing. We can actually make up our minds in time and we can make sure this is the right decision. So we're going to have a look at, we had a 1-0 win there against the Urawa Reds. And yeah, we're going to have a look at the job centre in part 2 of this video. So there you go, we're top of the table. We're still 9 points clear of Sapporo. They must have won as well. Yeah, they beat Kyoto 3-1. Right, let's go to part 2 of the video. Nishitani makes his debut. It's good for him to actually get some playing time. And he's a Wally. What a silly sausage he was. Right, yeah, let's go to part 2 of the video and we'll have a look at the jobs that are available there. Welcome back to part 2, and we're in the job centre. So these are the jobs that are available at the moment. Actually, there's quite a few jobs available, to be fair. I don't think my name's on here as being a favourite for any of them, but I've basically been having a bit of a look through it. Now, AA Gent are available from the Jupiler Pro League, which seems a bit strange when they've just, by the looks of it, they've just won the league. I say by the looks of it because when we look at the league, so this is the league table. KRC Gent are top of it. AA Gent are 8th. And apparently Standard Liège have won it. I'm not sure how Standard Liège have won it when they're 4th. But you've got the league table. Then you've got the championship group, which Standard Liège are top of. Then you've got the second phase that Standard Liège are not in, but other teams are in it, like AA Gent are in it where they're not in this one. Then you've got the relegation group, which is obviously the teams down by the relegation zone. Then you've got the Jupiler Pro League, Challenger Pro League playoff, which I get that. That's going to be the team from the Jupiler Pro League and the other league playing off to see who gets relegated, promoted type thing. Oh, hang on, where have we gone? Let's go back. And then you've got the European places playoff. So we go back to the league table and have a look at the rules. And the Jupiler Pro League. So basically looking at this, 1st to 6th go into the championship group. And 7th to 12th go in the second phase. Don't know what use the second phase is, to be quite honest. But you get the championship playoff, is it? Championship group. So then the teams in the top 6, then I presume they play again. I mean, I'm not actually sure what happens. So the top 6 of the league table then go into the championship group. So you've played 30 games in here, and then you play the other 5 teams in this home and away, takes you up to 40. And I assume then your total points from the league table and the championship group determines who finishes where. So that is quite confusing, that if we go back to here, AA Gent, like I said, it says first, they're clearly not. In the league table, AA Gent finished 8th. So they then went into the second phase. So they finished first in the second phase. That is weird. It is bizarre. So, where are we? Rules. So in the second phase, they're the teams that finished 7th to 12th or something, isn't it? Yeah. 7th to, so 1st to 6th goes into the championship group. Second phase, 7th to 12th. Then in the championship group, the team that finishes first goes into Champions League path playoff. Then the team that finishes second goes into Champions League path second qualifying round. Then third goes into the Europa Conference League second qualifying round. Fourth, the Europa Conference League second qualifying round. European places play what? Depending on the winner of the Croaky Cup. So then you go into the, so that's the championship group. Then you go into the second phase, and the person that finishes 7th effectively in the main league could get a European places place, but the teams that finish 5th and 6th wouldn't get anything. That feels weird. Leagues half points when points from previous stage are divided. Then it comes down to seeding. Then game. This league is weird. I mean, if there's anybody out there that is an expert on the Jupiler Pro League, please feel free to educate me in the comments. I would love. I actually want to apply for the job at Gent. Because, is it Gent or Ghent? Whoever it is, I actually want to apply for this job because what are the finances like? Does it tell me? Finances. Come on, where is it? General. Finances are secure. They're a national 3-star reputation. I think this could be quite a challenge, you know. Very determined squad personality. Media prediction is 8th. They're not in Europe, so we wouldn't have to worry about balancing fixtures. But AA Gent and then KAA Gent, are they 2 different teams? Or no, KRC Genk. Do you know what? Call me mad, but I'm actually going to apply for this job. Doesn't mean I'm going to take it. I'll see. And this is the good thing about it, is I can actually turn jobs down if I want to turn them down. So we review the job advert, make the most of set pieces. We do that anyway. Well, we try to. Play entertaining football, make the most of set pieces. No transfer policy, no manager rules. £250,000 per week wage bill. So that's a lower wage budget than what we've got here. That's a bit of a worry as well. But, like I say, we don't have to take it. We can apply for the job, which is what we've done. Yep, there you go, apply. So we applied for a job in the Jupiler Pro League anyway. Now, I've had a look through some of these. In one of them, I think it might be, is it the Chilean one? Yeah, the Chilean. Colo, I know. If they come up as having a job available, I would absolutely apply to them, because then that can get us into the South American market. I'm not applying for second division or anything like that. Premier League, bearing in mind for European clubs, it's June, so it's the end of the season. So where it says Hull are an English Premier Division team 20th, they're not. They've been relegated to the Championship. League One in France, there's Monaco. Should we apply for Monaco? What? They're a 4-star continental team. I don't think they're in Europe by the looks of it. But finances, they're rich. This could be quite a nice little job. Let's have a look at the table. They're 6th in the league. They finished 6th, and they've got Europa League football next season. I mean, that could be quite a fun little job as well, couldn't it? So I'll tell you what, let's apply, review job advert, £1.7 million wage bill, rich, excellent training facilities, make the most of set piece, sign players under the age of 23 for the first team, develop players using the club's youth system, make the most of set pieces, no transfer policy, no manager rules. We're applying for that. I'm not going to click declare interest. We'll save that until we get to the end of the season, and if we've not got a job by then, we'll do that. But I'm also very tempted to say to whoever wants to, let's just say, for example, Gent want to give me a job. I'm very tempted to say they'll have to be at the end of this season. I probably won't do that because that will negatively affect my chances. But we've applied for a job at AA Gent. We've applied for a job at Monaco. We won't worry about Montpellier or Reims. Bochum in the Bundesliga. I have been looking, that job has been vacant for a long time. I'm not going to apply for Fiorentina, but there's also Brescia and Torino. Should we go back to the J3 League, start again? There's not really anything else on here that I've looked at and thought, yeah, that's a bit of me. So I think we'll just leave it at them two for now. And what we'll do is in tomorrow's episode, we'll check back. I'll let you know if I've heard anything from these jobs. And we'll also have a look at what jobs are available going forward. So let's get into the second game today. It's against Shimizu. Shimizu are 3rd in the table, so there are a few changes as well. Seko is back. He partners Jacob Hart in the centre of defence. And Kobayashi is in for Hosoya as well. Matsunaga has been swapped to the right-hand side. Barada plays on the left-hand side with Nakano being suspended. It's Nozoa in goal. Barada, Matsunaga, Hart and Seko in defence. Kita and Lizuka in the centre of midfield. Prisbrick and Iguchi out wide with Krastev in behind Kobayashi. Let's get into the game. And yeah, I'm quite looking forward to seeing what kind of response we get from Gent and Monaco. I'll be quite honest, I'm not expecting to get the Monaco job. I think that is quite ambitious for me to be applying for that one. But it'll be interesting, like I say, just to see, will we even get an interview, or are we just going to get rejected out of hand? And also, when we go to both the interviews, I feel we're in a position now where if I look at a job and think, actually, do you know what, this isn't for me, like the one with Jen, for example, where it's a £250,000 a week wage budget. If that doesn't appeal to me, I think I'm in a position to be able to say, actually, do you know what, this isn't for me. Or to say to them, okay, I'll take it, but I'm not going to move until the end of the season. And if they turn around and say, no, we're not happy with that, fine, then I won't come to you. There'll be other jobs that I can get. You know, this isn't a race to the top as quick as we can get type of challenge. You know, this is meant to be fun. We're meant to enjoy it. One of the reasons why I want to go to the Jupiler Pro League, I'll be honest, is I want to learn about that league. It seems a bit of a peculiar league system. We're now 2-0 up. Iguchi's got both the goals, by the way. But yeah, it seems like a very peculiar league system. It's one of the reasons why Argentina appeals to me as well. I just want to learn about new leagues, because if I hadn't done the Unemployed Journeyman, started unemployed and just took a job with a team that wanted me, i.e. Fukushima, I never would have come to the J League. I'll be quite honest, I never would have done a J League save, or at least not in FM24, and probably not in FM25 either. But Fukushima gave us a job. We came to the J League, and I love this J League. I've loved this save so far, and it's now made me want to go to other nations and learn about them as well. And that was the whole point of this journeyman. You know, it's going to go on up to the release of FM25, and I just think now that we've achieved everything there is to achieve with FC Tokyo, there's no point hanging around. We just need to learn about new leagues and new countries and all that sort of stuff. And it's kind of reignited an excitement in me as well. You know, I'm really excited to learn where we're going to be going next. Right, first half, we've been very dominant against Shimizu. We're 2-0 up. Iguchi getting both goals in that game. I do appreciate I've not done much commentary on today's games. We've not really focused on the fact that we've continued our winning run now against the Urawa Reds, and the team that's third in the table, we're beating them 2-0 on their own ground at half time. We are starting to struggle a little bit in defence as well, with the fact that we've got Morimoto injured, Nakano suspended. We've just got Seko back from a suspension. Hence the fact Nishitani is getting at least a place on the bench and some time training with the first team. Right, here's Iguchi who just decides to pass it to a Shimizu player, because why wouldn't you? He scored 2 goals, he probably wants a bit of a challenge. So Shimizu now have it. They are coming forward. Out on their right-hand side, Takagi with the ball. I'm assuming it's not the Takagi that we once had, I think, at Fukushima. But they have scored, though, and Takagi has got an assist. Suzuki with the goal. So maybe I need to take this game a little bit more seriously, or at least concentrate a little bit more. We're going to make substitutions. Krastev is not very injured, but very tired. So he can come off. Kobayashi, I thought I'd give him a chance instead of Hosoya, and he's basically thrown that back in my face. Well done, lad. Right, so Hosoya and Masaki Watai on, with Krastev and Kobayashi coming off. And we are in danger of just giving away that 2-goal lead, which is something we do on a semi-regular basis. They're through. It's 2-2. Oh, he's hit the post. He should have scored that. Oh, and that one's just gone wide. Right, they're going to take a corner. I won't make any changes at the corner. But I think I need to come up with something that we can do for when we're 2-0 up, because it is a bit too regular that we lead 2-0 and we end up... Right, let's just go balanced for the time being and hope that that's going to be enough for now. We will make another couple of substitutions. So Matsunaga's looking a bit tired, but I haven't really got anyone on the right-hand side that I can bring on. And Barada doesn't really play on the right. But Lazuka can come off. We'll bring Perez on. And I think what we'll do as well is we'll bring Prisbaric off and bring on Kazuki. We've got 15 minutes of the match remaining. So yeah, in tomorrow's episode, we'll have a look at whether we've been successful or not, what's happened, were we rejected out of hand, all that kind of stuff. And we'll have another couple of league games as well. But I will play a few games into the season, probably come back to probably towards the end of July. But we'll have a look at the schedule in a minute, and I'll show you that one. Ball into the box. Kazuki. Oh, and Kazuki's wrapped it up for us with his 4th goal of the season. We win 3-1 against Shimizu. Bear in mind, like I say, they are 3rd in the league. They should be a tough challenger. They have been. And we started today's episode 9 points clear at the top of the table. And we end today's episode 12 points clear, still with 3 games in hand, with 13 points ahead of Shimizu, again with 2 games now. We win in 2 games in hand, we're like 18 points ahead of Sapporo. This could end up becoming very, very easy, very, very quickly. Right, so Gent and Monaco have received my application. We've not had anything just yet that said, go away, we're not interested. We'll quickly do this press conference and then we'll have a look at the schedule. I think we've got a little bit of a break now. Yeah, we don't play for 12 days now. So what I'll do is I'm planning on coming back in tomorrow's episode for Kyoto and Gamba Osaka, Kyoto who are 5th, Osaka who are 7th. So again, 2 teams that could potentially cause us a bit of problems. We'll play these games off camera. I'll let you know how we get on with any potential job. I'm not going to show you every job interview that we have because you know how they all work out. But obviously, if we do get offered a job between now and the 2 games we're going to be playing tomorrow, then tomorrow's video will be a different video. But otherwise, that will be what we do. Right, thank you very much for watching, folks. Please leave a like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. And I'll see you tomorrow for a video, whatever it may be.